hello, this is Coming Storm, episode 7. Yes, what is going on in this crazy world, gang? It is crazy madness. My co-host Tom Overcombe, there he is over there looking cute. This is what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
doing.
I'm just sunning myself on a beach somewhere at the moment, mate. Yeah, but what a time to be alive, eh? What the fag is going on?
Exactly.
I've got a lot to talk about. We're gonna episode 6. We talked about doing the cost of living and everything, didn't we? So
We did.
anyway, I've been doing my day job, even though it's a day and night job, but I've been doing my day job today, and we've had lots of spare time. So I've been correlating a lot of data on all my receipts and everything for the cost of living. So that's going to come in the near future. At the moment, yeah, well, I've got Glastonbury. I'll go on Sunday as I'm working there. So yeah,
I was wondering when it was, yeah, because I don't pay much attention
yeah,
to it. The Isle of Wight Festival thing's on Friday on Sky, so I'm going to watch a bit of that. That's one of the few festivals I might actually go to in my lifetime one day.
yeah. It's
Because the
not a
Doors
bad
played
one.
there in the old days, like, so.
All the people I've known that have been to have had a brilliant time when they've been there. They've really enjoyed themselves. It's it's sort of coastal air, which is always good. Like old Arthur Conan Doyle's novels. Sherlock Holmes, he always used to go and convalesce by the sea when he'd been doing a bit of the old intravenous
Is it
cocaine
IoT
hydrochloride. Anyway, Arthur Conan Doyle, that's it. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, go and pop and see
so
David Icke too, because he lives in the Isle of Wight. Then they go and see his chiefs, his ever sons too.
it does actually. Yeah, friend of mine and yeah, my boss, one of my bosses, who I'll be working for at Glasgow. She was on the Isle of Wight a few weeks ago, actually, and met David's son, Gareth, and everything. I haven't watched any of it or looked into it properly because there's just so much going on in life.
There's
But
so much going on, Tom
yeah,
Mobile. There's so much going on.
what time to be alive? Let's hope the world carries on for a few more months at least, anyway.
Exactly, yeah. Because I got to shoot my movie and things, and God.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we always
Started
tell
out.
people it's happened like this. I read 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I argued with my brother at Vegas in the car about America would attack Iran. He said, "Don't talk absolute rubbish. That's not going to happen." And
Yeah,
well,
I
there
bet
we
you.
are. I want a replacement brother. I do.
Yeah, well, I still bet you'll be waiting for him to concede defeat and admit
I'm
that you're
still
right.
waiting. I'm still waiting.
Anyway,
No, I don't think.
the old saying, there's none so blind as those who do not wish to see. But on a light note, I thought we'd start off that your little escapade off to Birmingham this
Yes, I
Monday.
did have an escapade. Hello,
That's
yes, audience. It was very nice.
yeah, so you ended up going to see
I went and saw Jimmy Dore.
the one and only Jimmy Dore. Brilliant,
The one
man.
and
Yeah,
only Jimmy Dore.
good.
And it's £52,
Oh,
52 for a ticket, for a VIP ticket.
and
Not long stuck up, but I just thought it'd be nice to go and see him and meet him. Because,
hey, you
well,
get what you pay for. No, good on you. Huh? Flipping what.
Tom could have come if he didn't have the dentist, because he could have come in as my Kira because my Asperger's. He'd
Oh
have
my
got a free
God.
ticket for that to sneak as well. How come I don't get a free ticket? Yeah.
Yeah,
But he could have come if he wanted, but he had to have seen the dentist because, well, teeth are a nightmare.
I
And
was
that is
actually
never something
saying
I
to
like.
the hygienist at the dentist, I said, my mate Morrison always says, if when I get to see God, if there's a God, then I'm going to have a word to him about teeth. And they both chuckled, the ladies. It's funny.
It's very true.
God,
It's very true.
dentist,
So
man.
I'm missing two on. I know that's going to be about 3,000 to get that sorted, probably.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Lucky I saved it, but money is stupid. For that type of thing, in like, what's it called? In Turkey, it is £500 a piece, I
that's
think.
different
184,
world. Different
just far
world.
cheaper.
I mean, people say about dentists costing a lot of money, but would you want to have your head stuck in some rotting, decaying mouth every Monday to Friday? Well, I suppose
No, to be fair,
mine
it's a good
actually.
place to launder money, though, I reckon, too. Because
Well,
the prices they charge, they could probably launder a good money system around that, I'd say.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
the blooming prices. You'd say, what on God's earth? £72 to have a bloody hygienist.
well,
£132 to have a tough out. My goodness, I'm going to start working for the mafia. It's cheaper.
I had the hygienist appointment, and then I had my yearly checkup with my dentist, and that was £180.
For the next time, well, it's shocking me, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they for these people they do a bloody good job. They are true professionals. So I
Yeah, true
don't
chiefs.
I'm getting good treatment. So I'd rather have that than my whole mouth falling out one day, like other people I know who will remain anonymous by name. But so yeah, so Jimmy Dore, let's have a chat about Chief. Yeah.
Yes, Chief. Okay, we'll talk about Jimmy Dore. I'll show the photo in a moment. We should definitely have this as a bit. But
So
like,
yeah, so it was, yeah, of course, screen
I'll
share
show
as
the
well.
photo, Chief. I'll show the photo if I can get him out. I'll go in by
Yeah,
here.
So it was Monday in Birmingham. You went to
It
Birmingham,
was
yeah?
Monday in Birmingham until Tuesday. It was.
Ah, right. So yeah. So yeah, that's your time away, wasn't it? But it was the
That was
actual
my
show
time
was
on it. Yeah.
Monday, wasn't it?
Yep. It was my time. Yep. There we are. I think that's it.
So where was it? Held at the Comedy
It was
Club,
at Glee Club. It was in the Glee Club.
the Glee Club, double E.
Yeah. There we are. Those two chiefs. Look, there we are.
Hey, look
Suspects.
who it is. Look, two suspects.
Yeah. And I spoke to his lovely assistant, like slash guy called Mike, and he said hopefully, maybe he can come on our show at some point.
Guys,
Just for a bit,
yeah,
we go.
brilliant, man. Yeah, that's amazing. Good on you, man. And look,
He's a
you
really
got the
nice guy
t-shirt
though
on
too,
as
even
well.
though he did think I spoke too fast.
Ah, you got the t-shirt
So
on as well.
I got the t-shirt. I got a t-shirt there to come and store.
Yeah, you can see it down there on your thingy blob.
It's quite a
Oh,
quick
good on
photo,
you.
but yeah,
Nice one. Yeah, yeah. So what time did it start?
it started at the doors opened at 6 o'clock. Get in the VIP 6:30, and the still started. I'd say about 7:30 when they were like getting going.
So did you meet him before it actually started or after?
After,
Okay, right. Okay, so yeah, you got in there. What was
so I
it?
got in there and shook his hand and said he's doing a great show. I got his autographs by here. That's all. Look, this
Yeah,
is
you
my
have to
stuff.
keep it near
It's
yourself.
it's actually in our show notebook. But there's his autograph and his lovely lady's autograph too.
Yeah, if you keep it, yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, slightly blurry, but yeah, I can still see it.
Seeing this in my notebook on our podcast, so I'm not gonna lose that.
Yeah, amazing. So what was he talking about? Was it
He
just
was talking about the Iran-Israel conflict. He was talking about hating Netanyahu and how they're trying to police speech and tell us who we can and cannot hate.
yeah?
And and all that. He's talking about the censorship. He's talking about Palantir and Peter Field taking over
Oh
and all
right,
that.
so he actually went into Peter Thiel.
Oh yeah, he could. Yeah, we went into that.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah. Well, we've had
It's
Bilderberg.
amazing what you can get into comedy these days, Tommy Opel. I thought we could actually do it. I tell you, watching him do it. I said, look there.
Yeah,
Because he's
indeed.
quite political for comedy. And you say, what the heck? This is what they call comedy. Like,
Yeah. Well,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
they're
and he's really funny.
commentators as well, aren't they? They're
They
commentators.
are. And I think he's really sharp, and that's why I like him. He's quite like, he's got a bit of spite in him, and that's what it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah. So and how
Especially
long
against
was
evil people.
So it started at what 7:30 ish sort of thing and went on.
7:30-ish, and then this lady came on, and she was a great lady, and she came on and did her bit.
Mm.
And then he came on a bit later and did his bit.
Yeah, yeah, I do. And they of course sort of direct people to the Jimmy Dore stand up. I think it's called on bloody Instagram, isn't it? Instagram.
Yep.
What does that even mean? I don't know. I don't know if I want to know either. But yeah, I did. I looked it up. Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Just loading up Jimmy Dore Instagram. Yeah. So Jimmy Dore Instagram. Yeah, there's loads of pictures and things. So yeah, there are a few different Jimmy Dore uh, blooming Instagram profiles.
Bit, yeah.
I think so. You've got the Jimmy Dore show, and I think there's Jimmy Dore stand up. But yeah, you can find all of his information as a comedic stand up, all that sort of thing, at the official Instagram of the Jimmy Dore show. Follow at Jimmy Dore stand up for stand up comedy clips. So yeah, I did look for the Birmingham one. Nothing's come up, but they're super busy. I looked at his blooming diary, and God, he's got.
I know, it's crazy. His diary is crazy. Yeah, so yeah, they definitely filmed it because I was videoed and photographed too, so I'm sure it'll be somewhere at some point.
Yeah, so
and I'm sure we can probably request it anyway if we like show that dodgy picture of me and him and say, could you like tell us where we can find the footage if you got it? Like,
well, you got the details and everything, didn't you?
I did get Mike's information. Well, the actual office in Los Angeles, yeah.
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
Which is really cool. Yeah, who'd have thought? Yeah, who'd have thought? Yeah, but he talked about Palantir and he talked about lots of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he talked about he's very clever with his words. He's very incredibly funny.
He's been going for quite a while, hasn't he?
He's touring for a while. He's gone back to Camden now, he has.
Yeah, well, they've got clips of him with Neil Oliver, for instance, on one of them. Neil Oliver.
The old chief, there he is, that old chief.
And then there's Jimmy's wife as well. Great to meet Neil Oliver and wife in the flesh. There we go. Yeah, I suppose because people chat. Yeah, they've got a clip of another guy in Ireland somewhere. Kilmartin or something like that. They roasted Jay Leno's speech at the White House correspondence dinner speech. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, so there's lots on there. But yeah, so you'd go and watch him again, would you?
I definitely would. Tom Millbell, you've got to come this time
Yeah, I
because he's
will.
really good. He was really like great. Like he was really good. Yeah, that's the first comedy show I've ever actually seen live. Like, because I usually watch Billy Connolly on TV when it's on, and for
Yeah,
years.
indeed.
But to
Yeah,
see it, yeah, it's really cool to see him in the flesh and shake his hand and say, "I really enjoy your work." It's always nice to do that. Like,
yeah, and he brought up about Peter Thiel and all that sort
he
of thing
brought
as
up
well.
about Peter Thiel. He brought up about dementia Biden. He
Oh
brought
yeah.
up yeah, every yeah. He's really like yeah, just basically like watching his show,
Mm.
but him live as a person as opposed to showing the clips.
Yeah, indeed.
So that
There's
was
so
really cool. That was quite different. And yeah,
yeah. Well, there's so
there
much
is
going.
hope for us as a comedy duo, Tom Abercrombie. That's all I can say. There's hope for us as a comedy duo.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere, haven't you? So
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, it was
yeah,
very doable, and he's a good chief. And yeah, hopefully we can get him on at some point.
yeah, brilliant. So what time did it actually finish? Did you leave the gig?
It finished about 10:30 altogether.
Oh right, and that was the meet and greet afterwards as well.
That's a meet and greet afterward. Yeah,
Did a lot of people go and meet him and chat to him?
about 50, 60.
I suppose they've got just enough time, haven't they? So
Yeah,
doing that as well. I mean, it must be what getting about 60, getting on for 60 or something.
something like that. I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I've really got to look into him. My dad likes him. He always watches him.
yeah. I hope Abercrombie one likes those photos I sent to you. Like they
Yeah,
weren't the
well,
best style, but you know, because the lighting was really hard with the glee sign. The lighting
yeah.
was really hard.
No, I've got to catch up with the old man anyway because I did some night shifts last week and I was hard at it with my little travel laptop that I bought, designing blooming business
Designing
flyers.
your business stuff, Tom Abercrombie's going off the grid. I'm doing that
Yeah,
fiber thing
yeah.
with that Ben Esselin kid. He's helping me out. Like.
Well, yeah, I did quite a bit actually because I edited our footage when we met up and went to Caldecott and everything. That took a while just to try, just playing around with things, adding music and little clips and everything. And yeah, instead of doing, I'm just using blooming this clip champ thingy because I started doing the old Da Vinci, but you can make it easy, but I just didn't have time to do it. So that clip champ's really good. If anybody's interested in doing their own little podcast or anything, I just use clip champ. Make sure you've got an up-to-date version of it and everything. And yeah, you can do transitions, you can put music in, you can silence the thing and all sorts of stuff. And it's got templates there for you to use, and so that's brilliant. I'm
Oh
glad
yeah.
that I'm glad he did a bit of comedy, Jimmy Dore on old Peter Thiel and everything like that,
Oh, I think well,
which
yeah.
ties into the Bilderberg meeting that finished. Yeah, just
Yes, the Bilderberg group meeting, those bunch of freaks. They were meeting this last week. And what were they what was one of their agendas on their list? Depopulation and migration.
yeah.
Now for
Well, I've
many
got
years I
yeah.
told people that and they said, don't oh my goodness, guess what came up on my thing saying confirm you're speaking in English. You can't make it up.
Oh yeah, I just had that as well, and I put that it was it was.
Yeah, me, yeah. I don't know whether it actually is if it is me to be fair.
Yeah,
It
well,
could
I'm
be
going to
last
share
week and it's
this.
Jimmy Dore fault because I speak so
Uh,
fast.
I'll bring up the what with going on to Peter Thiel,
Yeah,
Builder. So Bilderberg just finished, didn't it, a few days
yeah,
back?
I got that too if you wanna. Yeah.
So
Here we are. If you look at the last part,
you see it up there,
depopulation and migration. There it is. I can see that. Yep. Look at the last bit, Tommy O'Bell. Look at the last bit.
yeah. So yeah, this is this year's meeting, 12th of June to the 15th of
Yep.
June, the 18th now. So it finished this Sunday, just gone, didn't it? So it was Friday,
It did.
Saturday, and so, well, for Saturday, the Thursday they turn up and do whatever they do
Yeah.
up in Yale and I don't know, chin wag about God knows what. Because they also use the Chatham House rules, so anybody
Yep.
who's there in attendance is allowed to use the information. But I'll get onto that in a moment. So just doing this screen share at the moment. Yeah, we've got Bilderberg meetings. They tell you bits and bobs about it. You can even contact them if you like. Should press
Maybe we should
release.
have a go, Tommy O'Bell. Maybe we should have a go and see what they say.
So yeah, they've got their topics of discussion. Yeah, and all sorts AI. And I did hear that people who were there, I read today actually, I think it was on a Drudge Report. People were worried about AI. It might not have been the Drudge Report, but I did meant the attendants who were there. They can't be named actually the individual, but overall they're very worried about what's going on with AI, and that's them as well. So if these are people like the Facebook, the PayPal creators like Peter Thiel. He's part of PayPal mafia, wasn't he? To go into different things. But yeah, we've got depopulation and migration at the bottom. Dan Dix, who was there from Press for Truth, .ca. Yeah, if you want to find any of Dan Dix reporting, you can find that.
Yeah, there he is.
Has it come up, has it?
Yep, I'm going to show the clip of him after to confront Peter Thiel.
So it's showing the screen share of Peter.
Yeah, it's showing the screen to me and the audience. Yep.
Yeah, brilliant. So yeah, right, there we go. Yeah, just clicked a button and I can actually see what's going on at the moment. There we go. I've just changed it. It's gone back to that. So learning on the spot as well, on the fly, as I always say.
On the fly. I'm going to have our own studio in a few weeks, probably. Yeah.
But yeah, highly recommend people go and look at Dan Dix for Press for Truth .ca's reporting and everything. He's a top-notch bloke, really nice down-to-earth guy. You know, he's been there 20 years, he was saying today when I watched the clip earlier.
Next year will be his 20th year.
Yeah, 20 years.
We'll definitely have to go Tommy Opel. We definitely have to go and, give him a hug. And say, Tommy Opel, all the good work you've done.
Yeah, well, we're going to be...
Luke Rodescu sold out and buggered off and back to Trump.
Yeah, indeed. That's another story. Let's not even go down that road tonight. We've got enough time to cover all these different bloody turncoats. But yeah, we've got Dan Dix there. So he was at the Bilderberg meeting, which was, of course, hosted in Stockholm, Sweden.
Yep.
At the Grand Hotel.
Jacob Wallenberg. Yep.
Yeah, by multi-billionaire.
Sweden, apparently.
Yeah, indeed. And just behind the Grand Hotel as well, you've got the Grand Freemasonic Lodge of Sweden as well, haven't you? Very convenient.
Yeah, you can't make it up.
They can talk about this sort of thing and then go and pray to whoever they're praying to.
Well, that's not God. Like
themselves, they think. Well, they're 1,000 points of light. They think they're God.
Yeah, they think they're God, don't they? It's a big mistake. That is. It never works out the way you want it to.
Yeah. So yeah, there is I think there is a list of people. Yeah.
Yes. Who? What's name went there too? What's name? West Stream went there. I got the footage of that too. A good lady took it. So I'll put that up in a minute after.
Yeah.
Dan Dix confronted one of what's name? West Street, and it's only about 30 seconds long.
Yeah, indeed.
So this, I'll bring it up.
Oh, did you want to have a look? Do it now.
Okay, I'll do it now, Tommy Opel. If you put that one down, I'll bring my one up. Yeah,
I'll stop sharing it. I'll find all the steering committee members and everything, share that up.
Yeah.
Popping that down, mate. And I'm listening, of course. And yeah, you crack on, you get that up. The attendance this year. There we go, the steering committee. So anyway, yeah, after you, my friend.
Okay, yours first. I'm just going to find out how to do it again. Oh, yeah. Oh, here we are. Share screen. Oh, I've got to put sound on. Sound.
Yeah.
I'll have to get the thing playing Bill first. There we go.
Coming store.
I'm done yet. No. Get that down.
Oh.
Is it working now?
I'm afraid I can't see anything at the moment, no.
Oh, damn it, no, if I don't have to rewind it, I'm getting so annoyed about it. I haven't seen it, yeah.
It's fine, because with you saying that, I can edit that straight to the picture, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, tell me about it.
It's fine.
There's no way to pause it, would there? Damn it. Where's the pause on it?
If not, you can always send it to me as well.
Tell me about it. I was going to find it. Damn it. Let's go there. Here we are.
Morrison's known has started screen sharing. There she is.
The Wallenberg Group, Investor AB. Were you here as an official capacity or a private individual? Wes? He wasn't that chatty, so we'll have to reach out to his office for comment. But it's great that, we caught him at the end of the meeting. Off he goes, heads off to London and back to his parliamentary duties as the UK Minister. After meeting with bank corporations, private
Great work by the Classified UK there, top lady.
Yeah, I signed up for those earlier. Very good reporting. They've got really good one on Lennon, Tommy Lennon, I'll say. I'll leave it at
Oh,
that.
all right.
Yeah, well, they're showing him in different t-shirts on top
Lovely.
of the
Finally.
things. Oh, brilliant.
Yeah,
You've
well,
got there in the end of the boy. Lovely job.
yeah, I just got to refind all the other stuff now. It's gone back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we've got that. So I'm just going to go back to sharing about the steering committee and everything.
Yeah.
So
Find out.
so yeah, here we go. Just pop that down out of the way of my own vision. But so yeah, so we've got the steering committee. Can you see that there? Okay.
I can, yep. I get it.
Yeah.
You've real converted a bit up by Dan.
Okay. Yeah. So there's a whole host of people from all over the world. We've got just going down there at the bottom, we've got our buddy Peter Thiel. There he is.
There he is, yeah.
Peter Thiel, part of the PayPal Mafia. So there we go. Look who it is. It's Peter Thiel, CIA funded for Palantir, and Elon Muskiness. You can see Elon as well there.
Yeah, looking like a right old gnome who needs no wonder had a hair transplant. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was 1999.
Yeah, look how creepy they look. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. These people are like, these people want to depopulate us, and now it's in their own words on their own Bilderberg group site. As I told people for years, like I told people that for years.
Yeah, and one of the guys who was there today, in Stockholm, Sweden, Stockholm, was saying that he's seen the Georgia Guidestones, and it says on there about depopulation. It doesn't.
Depopulation 500 million, doesn't it? Yeah, they blew it up, though, didn't they?
Yeah, it doesn't say depopulate to, but it says perpetually keep the population 500 million. That's a lot of people to go, then, isn't it?
A lot of people to go. Well, they're starting now, Tommy O'Bell. They're starting now.
Get your jabs. They love it. Oh God, the baller guy as well. The one from.
Oh yes, he was there. Albert Buller. He was there. That old freak.
And he's Pfizer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Pfizer. Remember we were out in New York outside that horrible building and I couldn't get a photo, but they moved that building since as well.
Yeah, where is he? He's on his. Oh no, because he's not the steering committee. It won't actually have his name on it. It's just.
He was there though. He was there.
Indeed, yeah. Albert Baller, was it?
Yeah, Albert Baller.
Well, there we go. But yeah, look, we've got all sorts of people on here. Sage, we've got from Blimmin Palantir to Warner Brothers, but then again,
Warner Brothers, yeah.
They like
saying, don't let Mel Gibson make Lethal Weapon 5.
Yeah.
He keeps on saying I keep having problems trying to get it made. This is probably the reason. Damn.
Oh yeah, you've also got Alex Karp.
Yes.
So he's part of the steering committee along with Thiel. So.
And if you go further up, what's his name? Ryanair, that freak from
Ryanair. O'Leary, yeah.
Michael O'Leary, that creepy little demon.
Yeah. He started out.
He's a right creep. I can't find any of his planes.
I think he started out as a flower arranger or something, professional flower arranger. And
he should stay as one too. Yeah. I try not to find any of his planes if I can help it. Yeah.
Yeah, Michael O'Leary. Flowers. I'm sure that's how he started. Does it say? Michael O'Leary, the CEO of Ryanair, is not known for his floral arrangements or gardening. While I have seen something of him doing that though. Anyway, yeah, he's a shady character. Something not quite right with that chap.
Yeah, he charges people to but he's just
megalomaniac.
He's an egomaniac who goes on. Yeah. So he's on the Bilderberg steering committee. Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, and Thiel, and also Alex as well. But yeah, we've got all sorts there, haven't we? So yeah. So one person who was in attendance, as well as a journalist, was a chap called Gideon Rackman of the FT. Now Dan Dix did manage to have a little chat with him for a little bit, and he did actually talk to them. They found him. It was Madrid last year, wasn't it?
It was.
It was Madrid last year. Yeah. They said that the police in Madrid, Spain, were pretty aggressive, but this year they were actually able to talk to people. There we go, 70th anniversary meeting Bilderberg, Madrid, Spain. Yeah, so they actually managed to talk to this Gideon Rackman. So anyway, I'm going to be looking, just seeing if anything comes up in his articles as we press forward. I mean, it finished on Sunday, and it's only Wednesday today, just. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's probably got a week window to start reporting on it. His last article was 13 days ago. So yeah, a week or so. I think there'd probably be something up there from buddy Gideon soon. I don't know what he's going to talk about. Of course, there's lots of different topics that they're talking about there at the Bilderberg. So could be blooming all sorts. But he usually talks about, well, it's foreign policy. Look, we've got the China strongman, for instance, debrief, Jake Sullivan, foreign policy. So it's going to be something to do with Ukraine, US economy, Europe, Middle East, all of the above. I don't know. I do need to spend a bit more time just to see what else was covered or reported on from people like Dan Dix and the other journalists that were there. Yeah, I'd signed up some good people today, actually, so I can get some information from them. And that's on X as well. I know it is muskiness. But yeah, so I haven't got my Wi-Fi on at this moment. But yeah, so we've got the steering committee, O'Leary, people like that. We've got some of the different topics they're talking about, including depopulation. Gideon.
Yes, it's Middle East as well. They were talking about giving that all the attack happened right after Bilderberg too.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, we've got a fair bit to look into. Just the different people following today, people have looked at. There's a fair few people there, but so I'm not even going to get dragged into looking at bloody that on my phone at the moment. Just turn it off. There we go. So anyway, I'll stop sharing that.
I'll set up Peter-Field confrontation, shall I? Yeah. I'll set up Peter-Field confrontation because if I can remember, I just gotta put my sign up. And then, I know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna go back on here and share screen bit with sound. I'm gonna press play on here.
Yes, it's on. Come up in.
Or any of your connections to Jeffrey Epstein. I think people are rather concerned about that last particular one. You're setting up a Big Brother surveillance system, and people know it, sir. Do you think the American people want this surveillance tech being used against them? Any comments at all on the Epstein connections? You were meeting with them?
What's that, lads? Blackmail.
People are waking up to what you're doing there, sir. That's why we're here covering this.
Big Fancy starts walking, brilliant. What a whip.
Scurrying.
That guy's pinched my back too, the one he's walking with. I want it back.
Wow, Peter Thiel was booking it. That man picked up the pace. The second the word Epstein came out, it seemed he started getting a little faster. But stone cold Peter Thiel. Of course, co-founded Palantir with Alex Karp, who is still here. And these are the guys who are setting up the Big Brother surveillance system, essentially to track, trace, and database everyone. Not just Americans, you may have heard me say that, but literally everyone. And that's a big reason of part of the reason why he is here. There is a lot of heavy kind of tech representation here and military men who are preparing for something. So Peter Thiel in the house.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, he picked
Here we
up
go.
and start asking about Epstein. Yeah, there we go. And he's off like a bloody cockroach.
Yep, he is. And then days later, this happened, Steve, didn't it? This happened next when this happened. What's happening right now in Israel?
Oh, well, yeah, Gerald Slenter of the Trends Journal as well. Have you seen his front cover?
All right.
Yeah,
Go which front cover first.
just this some coinky dinks. So just bringing up Trends Journal at the moment. See if I've got that hit.
Yeah,
There we go.
The skyline of it, television stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open this image in a new tab. But yeah, so let me share this quickly. So it's talking about this going on. You're all about Iran, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So
that happened right after, though, didn't it? Very mad, like literally right after, like.
So here's another true gent, Gerald Salente. Salente. And I say the other word. No. But so you've got that up in front of you, yeah? The Trends Journal.
Yep.
So yeah, 17th of June. So that came out yesterday. New York, Eastern Standard Time, EST. So it's 5 hours behind the UK. So at the moment, yeah, we're at 9 o'clock. So about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that.
Yeah, day covers are always great on Trends Journal. They're so to the point.
Yeah, indeed. So America's Black Friday, War Hawk president. Yeah, God, what absolute, yeah, this guy. But yeah, so just talking about the Grand Lodge behind the Grand Hotel at the Bilderberg meeting. So in the US on Black Friday, the 13th March 2020, and I checked the dates earlier, Friday the 13th, yeah, and it is just to clarify that, and also Black Friday this time. So that was back in history when the Knights Templars, today modern day Freemasons, by today's standards, they're Freemasons, but yeah, the Knights Templars were rounded up on Friday the 13th and tortured and burnt at the stake. So it's funny that these things should be happening. These blimmin' dates, these Friday the 13th dates coming up, with what's going on in the Middle East at the moment, just like the Crusades back in the day and what was going on.
Exactly. Sort of echoes.
So it's Freemason Secret Society 101. What's happening with these dates? They love their dates.
They do love their dates, and they're all in the nymology stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, just something I'll grab quickly. An amazing book. If anybody wants to just look into the history of all this as well, I'll stop sharing that. But when it comes to Friday the 13th and everything like that, brilliant book I've got. So it's been in the bookcase for a while, but it's see that there, Dungeon.
Here we are. Yeah.
Dungeon, Fire and Sword by John J. Robinson. This is all about the Crusades and when the Grand Master Jacques Desmoulins, the curse of Jacques Desmoulins, they were rounded up. Jacques Desmoulins was burnt at the stake, and he swore his revenge on the King of France and the Pope at the time within the year. And within that year, the King of France and the Pope were both dead. It's something like King Louis the 16th or something like that. But yeah, it talks all about this Friday the 13th and everything. Absolutely amazing book. So just talking about Friday the 13th and everything, this is the documentation of what happened. It's disappearing because the screen's tried to blank it out because of the blurring in the background. But yeah, the Knights Templar in the Crusades, John J. Robinson. Absolutely amazing book that I first was aware of because of old Bill Cooper, Milton William Cooper. So highly recommend that book. I've actually got another one. I've actually got another one I need to read as well. This should come up because it's not a gloss.
Oh, right, I can see that. Yep, the Courtiers. Yeah.
The Courtiers, Sunday Times bestseller. Oh, it's making me disappear now. But yeah, The Hidden Power Behind the Crown. This is sort of a low-level aristocrat that I was listening to recently. Just by chance, I found something on art, and the lady interviewing the artist who had a gallery display a good few years back. We started interviewing another lady, and she said, highly recommend Courtiers, and that's by Valentine Lowe. So I might take that to Glastonbury with me, but Yeah, it's got the history, the
You've got
priesthood
photos
behind.
too.
Yeah,
Sometimes books don't have photos. It's a bit annoying. Like I've got books that don't have photos sometimes. Like my Nixon book, it's got photos at the back but not at the front.
yeah, indeed. I'm just looking at updates, and another person I actually signed up to is somebody called Golden Filigree, which is Filigree, on X, and they were reporting on Bilderberg, and they've just catalogued different people there. So LVMH, that stands for Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, the biggest luxury company on planet Earth. They were doing really well until last year, and they've lost about 50% of their market cap because of everything going on. Because even the rich start to lose money at times. So it doesn't matter how much money you've got, when people's money starts to decrease because of things, they draw back. So buy gold and silver, people, while you can.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, I know we've covered a lot of different things, and we've only got a few minutes left for this episode, really, haven't we? So I think we're. So I'm going to be off to Glasgow on Sunday. I'm going to try my best to correlate the data, and or maybe I can try and do a stream from Glastonbury. Actually, try and do that. I've got my so I can report on the ground about the different things going on there, and the peace and love and the.
Now, guys, I think I should show this Samuel Bell first.
Right. So you can share your screen and a bit of information about.
Yeah, about the three world wars. I think actually
brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the czars in Russia and of making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. The divergences caused by the agents of the Illuminati between the British and German empires will be used to foment this war. He says, quote, the Second World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists. This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed and that the political Zionism will be strong enough to institute a sovereign state of Israel in Palestine. He's now thinking about this Third World War, and it says that it will be caused by the differences between the political Zionists and the leaders of the Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. That's what it says. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economic exhaustion.
He didn't get into the last bit though about how they all bow down and Lucifer will be fully coming into it. Like,
do you know where it's taken from?
That's from a letter to Mazzini in the British Library, apparently.
Oh, Mazzini.
And I did find something that confirmed that earlier, actually.
Mazzini, one of the founders of the mafia.
Yep.
M for Mazzini. Try and find something about that on the internet then. Very difficult.
I did actually find a bit of them confirming it, but saying it's got anti-Semitic stuff on it, so we can't really show you.
Yeah, it's tricky. There's a bust of Mazzini in Central Park in New York.
Didn't we see that? No.
Well, I did with my friend Carolyn when I was there back in 2019. I think I've got a picture of it somewhere. I can't find it now, but I've definitely got a picture of it. I've got it saved. So no, I wasn't sure if it was from his book, bloody Albert Pike, Moral and Dogma, because I've got that tucked away. I actually bought it and got it shipped from America. Got it shipped over from America about 10 years ago. It's not an original copy. It's funny actually, because when I was looking at buying one, which was out of my price range back then, it was a couple £100. I started saying to the bloke selling it, and it was the first edition. It was purple. It was a purple velvet edition of it. The ancient and accepted rites of the southern jurisdiction of Freemasonry, something along those lines it's called. But anyway, I started saying, I've had my eye on this and everything. He started going, hello, brother. I've got brothers in London, in England, if you want me to put you in contact with them and everything. And I said, well, I'm just starting to look into Freemasonry. And then nothing. He just stopped. And I checked this bloke out, and he was a 32nd degree Freemason, and he lived in Washington, D.C. And yeah, if you want to become a 33rd degree, it's an honorary degree, isn't it? You've got to do something to further the great work. The Enterprise.
Exactly.
Oh, Star Trek, the Enterprise. Oh, that's another story. Christopher Albert Pike. If you reverse that, the Christopher Albert Pike. I forget what it is, but it's Captain James T. Kirk, which is the Knights Templar of Jerusalem. So it was the power going from America to Israel, basically to Jerusalem, when Albert Pike died, because in the pilot episode of Star Trek, the very first one, this was, I don't even know if it was an aired version of it, but it was the very, very first ever one. Christopher Pike dies in it, and he gives over his power to James T. Kirk. James T. Kirk, if you reverse it, is KTJ, the Knights Temple of Jerusalem.
Very well, there they do say Gene Roddenberry was a Freemason.
Hidden in plain sight, mate.
I think he is. I think you can find fingers of it. I think you actually find a thing of it, like his actual like imagery. Well, you probably used to be able to nowadays. The way they have this AI shit these days, you can't really find much.
There's all sorts of hidden things out there, isn't there? It's like I've got the old dollar bill here, and down the bottom of it, where is it? I'm reversing the mirror, the black mirror. The bottom of the pyramid, you've got Roman numerals. If you do a pyramid like this, and then a pyramid like upside down, 3 of them up and down, 1, 2, 3, and you spread the Roman numerals around from the top to the right to the bottom, to the top to the right to the bottom. There's 9 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's 666 and then 1110, I think it is, and it's the illumined man and also the first king of Jerusalem and all this sort of stuff. It's mad. The Order of the Trapezoid. Try and find something about that on the internet. No, but if you go to Freemasonic books, like I've got loads of them, and you will be able to find stuff. But that's something for another day, anyway. Children.
Yeah, I got a book by Ralph Efferson, who's friends with the one you love, William Cooper. And it's all in there, like quotes from Morals and Dogma and stuff.
Yeah.
And my Albert Pike letter that I've got, because I've actually got by William Guy Carris in his book Pawns of the Game, is actually transcribed in there about the Three World Wars.
Yeah.
So I've known about the Three World Wars for a couple of years because, I bought that book.
So,
Dave Ives talked about it, and other people have talked about it because they've tried to say it's a fraud and stuff, but it's so well planned out and so succinct. There's no way that's a bloody fraud. That's planned.
And what's happening
now? It's happening right now, Tom Comes. I tell you, it's happening right now.
Yeah, indeed. So
there we are. They can't say, well, that's not true. Well, it's happening right now. Exactly word for word as that bloody guy read out.
Yeah, indeed. Wow. Anyway, I suppose you up in the northern part of the world, and me on my beach and that, at least we're all right for tonight. Yeah.
WT.
I'll stick all of this together and put it up on the computer tonight, I reckon.
Okay, Spruce, right there. Let me just send it. Put a thing of the Tel Aviv stuff on. I show a bit of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, sure.
I think that's a big thing about what's happening, and this I think it's a good thing to show.
Well, yeah.
Obviously not a good thing, but it's I think it's mad that we can see this in real time.
Yeah, indeed.
It's just really depressing, like, yeah. I always know so they don't show they don't ever show Iran, really. They always show Tel Aviv, Jerusalem. They haven't shown Iran. This is Sky News.
Yeah, Israel.
Other channels might, but they always show Israel.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
There's that one. I'll stop this screen right here. I'll see if I can find anything of Iran like. But there we are. It's quiet for the time being at 21:39. So it's a shame, really. That's not even Jesus' Israel. That is the Rothschild-controlled Israel. Yeah. I did want to go and visit it, but after their behaviours these years, there's no damn way. I don't want to be giving any of them my money at all.
No.
That's the way they treat the Palestinians is gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that skyline is deceptive because it allows pedophiles to go back and live in Israel too. Like Brian Singer, the guy who was a great director, who was accused of terrible things. That's where he lives now.
What age is he?
About my age now, I think. He's maybe a bit older. that's the man who directed X-Men. And he's accused of all these things because in Israel you can't. There's like you can be a pedophile in Israel, like, and so people can't come and get you.
Yeah.
For opposites. So yeah, it's a waste of a talent too. But yeah, that's just gross. Like, but there we are. This time of night, 21:40. This is Israel. Yeah, Tel Aviv. The skies are quite calm. That's what I want to see if we can find. I want to see if I can find some Iran stuff.
No, that's where some bombs went down the other day, isn't it? So.
Those terrible wings. This is like necessary, like. Terrible. No, why can't people just be nice?
What's wrong with people? No, I don't get it, mate. I just don't get it. You just have to see how it's like these people, yeah, highly intelligent, what's going on, but like children at the same time.
It's like children. So Trump is one of the biggest children ever. Like, yeah,
it's like at work, just the worst. Yeah, absolute adults acting like the children in school, mate. It's pathetic. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. And it just goes on and on and on and on. It's unreal, mate. Unreal.
Tell me about that. I don't have relationships. I'll tell you, I just can't deal with the drama.
Oh, yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? Oh, well. So we'll draw it to a close now anyway. But
I think we should tell me about I think we should, young man.
Well, with all the information going on, there's lots more to cover in the future. But yeah, we've still got to work on our.
Yes, tell me about you have a lovely time at Glastonbury, young chief.
Yeah, I will. Well, I'll chat to you before that, mate. But yeah, I've got all my receipts. I've put them all in order today. So I'm going to tomorrow get Excel up, and I'm going to start correlating the different shops and the different products, and just see from about 2021 actually until up to date how things have changed, the price of things. I just looked at even just like the FT, for instance. I looked at it's gone from, I think it was £3.20 to £3.50 or £3.30 to £3.50, and that was 6.5% every, so 0.5% every 4 weeks, and that 0.125% 0.125% every week, up and up, and it doesn't stop. Just keep going up and up. So anyway, that's something for another day. But yeah, I'm going to get this all up, mate. So yeah, I think we've covered a fair.
Yes, tell me, I'll put that as a what's called as a thumbnail, the Jimmy Dore image.
Oh,
that'd be a good image to have, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I will, man. I will definitely.
I think we should call it. What should we call it, Tom Opel? Should we call it World War III, Jimmy Dore, and everything else?
Yeah, just what a time to be alive. Yeah.
Well, that'd be a good title for it. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, indeed. Well, this is the 7th episode of
episode 7, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 18th of June. Blimmin' hell, halfway through the year already. It's ridiculous.
I don't know, guys. Maybe Tom Opel. Flack and I are going to do a recce possibly on Sunday too.
Oh, brilliant. Well, that's another thingy. But so this is the Coming Storm. Thank you very much for viewing.
Coming Storm, thank you for listening, gang. We'll see you soon.
Yeah.
Peace and love.
We'll be back soon.
Make sure you find some nice spruces. The time's running out, possibly. So find yourself a nice spruce and spread love, not war.
Yeah, indeed. It's not that hard, is it? Crying out loud. There's plenty to go around. Anyway.
There's plenty to go around.
Yeah, okay. Good to chat to you, Chief, and we'll catch up.
And you have comes a mash, me Opel.
This is the Coming Storm signing out for now.
Signing out.
All right, take care, buddy.
Take care, Spruce.